Hey guys, welcome to another VOD review. Today we have Clutch Gaming versus TSM. This one was a very interesting game because Clutch was actually getting shit on early. They should have lost from what happened early game, but TSM had a lot of mid-game macros, so they weren't actually able to pull out the win. So we're going to take a look at the pick and bans and get into the review. So let's start with pick and bans. We have Akali first pick for Damonte. So something that's really interesting that TSM did was they banned out the good Aftershock easy champions to play for Damonte. Because a lot of people thought Damonte would be playing a supportive role on this team. So banning out champions like Lissandra and Galio, which are easy to play and enable other lanes, makes it so that Akali becomes really good actually, because Akali is the champion that gets countered by Lissandra and Galio. So yeah, I mean, really good for CG that they were able to first pick this. And when they first picked this, I thought it would be going over to Huni, but it actually went over to Damonte. So this was TSM's big gamble. We're gonna try to make sure that Damonte gets pinched by banning out Lissandra Galio, and when they pick Akali, it's gonna go top lane, and we can handle it with Aatrox or an Urgot. So, other than that, if you look at the comps overall, TSM just has teamfight comp, Aatrox, Urgot, Kai'Sa, Gragas, all good team fighters. And Thresh is more of a champion where Thresh and Gragas together are really good at setting up ganks. And it's one of Smoothie's comfort, that's why it looks like they picked it. And Clutch has more of a 1-3-1 comp, with Akali and Victor both in side lanes, and Israel being an extremely good champion whenever he's put mid. So yeah, this is how the comp functions. Clutch wants to 1-3-1, TSM want to teamfight, but if Aatrox does get ahead enough, they can use Aatrox split pushing as a win condition. So let's go to what actually happened in the game. It's double speed. So Lee Sin took W level 1, which allows him to get enough attack speed for him to kill the ward. Taking Scuttle. Looks like he did blue to Scuttle, and then to his Wraith, and then red. Okay, interesting. Also, Victor versus Aatrox matchup. It is a good matchup for Victor, but one thing I'm really afraid of for the Victor is when there is a Gragas on the other team. It makes Victor top really hard to play. Stuff like Victor really suffers from early aggressive junglers like Camille, Gragas, and Xin Zhao, so even though it's a winning matchup, I feel kind of scared for Huni. Looks like he's maxing E. I thought versus melee matchup, you get at least 3 points in Q. Interesting of Huni to be maxing E instead. How the matchup works is Aatrox should never be able to get on top of Victor, because Victor has so many tools that allows him to kite. And yeah, Victor just maintains distance forever and can always poke out the Aatrox and while farming him with Klepto. Cadian kind of looked for a dive there, but it just wasn't possible, going back to his double golems. Oh my, Huni should This should never ever happen. Huni played really greedy here right after his teleport. We can take a look at what he did. So they both TP'd in. Looks like Huni. So what Huni wants to do is, yeah, like in this opening just onto Huni itself is so bad. He should never get opened by Aatrox like this. And then afterwards, Aatrox landed E and then got pulled back and he had to burn his flash. The moment you get hit like that, you have to flash out because you're gonna end up burning flash anyways. And yeah, now Huni's in a situation where he's absolutely fucked, where he teleported, had to burn flash, and has to recall and then come back without flash. He's in a really vulnerable spot to the Gragas gank now. Ooh, Broken Blade did such a good job of waiting there. Damn, we can replay this slowly. So, Huni, if you look, oops, let's do control 1. If you look, because of a pink ward here, Huni has no vision of what's here. So he doesn't know if Aatrox went here, he doesn't know if Aatrox went here, he doesn't know if Aatrox reset. This was after Huni got chunked out, burned flash, and returned to lane. So Huni's vision looks like this, and everything here is dark. He doesn't know where Aatrox went. And with Aatrox waiting here, he's gonna have a really good angle on Huni. Let's see how he's able to use it. Leading with Q, getting the knock up, and then doing the E right afterwards. So even though he gets stunned here, right? He's gonna get stunned here. Cause he's an animation for it, his sting's gonna go off, we can see. His sting still goes off, you can see Huni taking damage, and then now he just has to do the final EQ, and then he's gonna die, but cause he has ult, he'll be fine. This whole play worked because he was hiding in the brush when Huni wasn't expecting him to be hiding in the brush, and Huni was just like, oh, I need to push this out as fast as possible, and Broken Blade didn't hesitate at all to engage on him. Really good job on his part. Actually dunking the fuck out of him. Okay. So now Lyra coming in to take the 2v2 because Broken Blade doesn't have ult and they feel confident enough that they can take the 2v2. One thing though, if you look at the game time, it's at 8 minutes, right? When the game is at 8 minutes, the red buff will spawn somewhere around 7:10, 7:15-ish. So on this timing, their jungler is super likely to be top. And as we saw, Gragas and Aatrox is both top. I think this was like a really overzealous call from Huni, and from what I heard, Clutch has been playing a lot towards top side in scrims, so I think this is just them playing to their bad habits and playing to the losing side of the map. Huni's already 0-1 and without flash. If Gragas gets on him, there's no way they win the skirmish here. I thought it was just incredibly bad of Clutch to take this 2v2. Yep, they just go on in, able to kill him. Lyra fucks up his flash. He shouldn't have even gone in there. The moment Huni died, he should have backed up, but yeah, that was just a really bad play to go for, and they get punished. Now, top lane's in an absolutely fucked situation. TSM can win the game purely through top lane due to how behind Huni is. Then showing the fight again, just Huni fucking up and getting punished. Now, anytime Aatrox has flash up or Gragas has flash up, Huni's gonna be a free kill. Oh, wait, he just died again. Oh, Broken Blade did such a good job waiting. I'm not sure when they got that ward, but he caught Huni in rotation, and they're gonna be able to do this over and over again. The top lane bleeding is just not gonna stop. Also, another thing to recognize is Israel Kench shouldn't be doing this well versus Kai'Sa Thresh, I feel like. I think Piglet's just playing the lane really well, and they have so much priority and pressure bottom. Broken Blade waiting again to just get the kill. If Huni... Oh, I want to highlight this. You see what Huni's doing? He's staying on this side of the wall and not here. If Huni actually goes on this side, then he's gonna die to Broken Blade. So Huni playing really safe, hugging the left side, really good of him. If he doesn't do that there, then he's in a situation where he just dies. He can't even walk to lane. Okay, so Liara taking Dragon bot side because they know they're so focused on top side and doing Herald. This is actually a super important part of the game. I think this is where me and Saint disagreed a lot. It's where TSM used Herald top. I thought this was a huge mistake. So they're going to be able to get top turret anyways. And if laning becomes extended, it's really bad for Huni. So I thought it was super weird that they used Herald top. And they should be using Herald mid. Because they're a comp that is going to have problems seizing due to having Kai'Sa. So not being able to break mid turret is a problem they're going to run into later, as we're going to see. And the top turret was so free, and Huni was doing so badly, you just have no reason to use Herald on top side. It was just so bad of them to use that Herald there. And we're going to see how it becomes problematic later on. Going for the kill on Damonte. Damonte forced to burn ult. Did he burn ult or just easy? Oh, it looks like he just used E. One thing that Huni did a good job with though is CSing. His CSing caught up a lot despite what happened early. So he's still relevant. He's getting like Crux and shit, doing anything he can to just stay relevant and be in the game. So right now, TSM wants to kind of take it slow and wait for Dragon. And after Dragon, we can open up the map a little bit more. But I think they just... Right now, they can't push their lead too far, especially because they used Herald. Like, as you can see, after them using Herald, there's just not much for them to do. Oh, okay, so I thought this play was troll, but when I was watching with Saint, we were able to figure out what was going on here. So if you look here, right, what's happening is there's Lee right there, Israel right there, and Kench right there. What they're all trying to do is go on to Kai'Sa. So he's trying to ult and go on to Kai'Sa. They're all looking for that Kai'Sa kill right here. That's why it looks so silly. It looks like, why is he just like walking up and ulting? But he's trying to ult behind the Kai'Sa and be able to go on him. TSM were trying to catch people in their jungle, and Vulcan just got kind of unlucky getting caught out there. TSM able to take the dragon for free, like at 0-5 in this situation. So the next dragon is Inferno, and then it's going to take a very long time, right? So what TSM has to recognize is they're not a comp that can just like stomp down clutch gaming. They need to be able to kind of place them in a situation where they're killing the victor over and over again, because there's actually not a lot of openings for TSM to do anything. We'll see mid game how it's so hard for TSM to do anything, but there's one crucial macro play that they can do to actually really activate Broken Blade and allow him to take over the game. A lot of people criticize Broken Blade for this game, and I'll try to explain from like a coaching perspective what exactly happened. Going down bottom to take turret. So this is called playing with the turn. So you'll see how Broken Blade here is going to push this out. And then once he's able to push this out, he's going to rotate mid. And then the 4 people mid are going to be able to push this out, and they're going to be able to rotate bot. So it's going to be 1 person mid, 4 people bottom, playing to get this bottom turret, which is really good from TSM. And then top will be pushed out also because Broken Blade is pushing. It's called it's just push and moving around the map, but it's a pretty crucial macro play that TSM needs to do to get bottom turret, and they're actually doing it really well. Broken Blade pushing out top and then moving mid, and you can see rest of TSM moving bottom to threaten this turret. Looks like Broken Blade try to fight Damonte there. Okay, now TSM is going to go into 1-3-1, and this is where the big problem arises, and this is where I think TSM fucked up a lot with their macro. Let's pause. What do you guys think TSM should do? Yeah. Whoever said Broken Blade bot is correct. So generally the lane they want is they're gonna put Broken Blade bottom. Bjergsen can be top. Why Broken Blade bottom is because of Baron. We want Broken Blade to be away from Baron's side, and we want him to pressure much as possible. The rest of the three, the Kai'Sa, Thresh, and Gragas, need to be middle holding. So this should be TSM's lane locations. And what should happen is there's two things that they can do. It's called shadow or shadowing. One person goes behind Broken Blade. Usually it's going to be the Gragas or the Kai'Sa because she has teleport, or it can be Bjergsen. But they follow Broken Blade bot lane, and they're able to kill the Victor with them. And even if they're able to go to Baron, right, everyone can move in time because of the teleports on people. Teleport on Broken Blade, teleport on Bjergsen, teleport on Kai'Sa. It's called shadowing. That's what TSM really needs to do right here. Put Broken Blade bottom and pressure bottom and try to dive whoever's bottom with Broken Blade plus someone else. What does TSM need to do? Unplug the Damonte's monitor. But I don't think they ever end up sending Broken Blade top or bottom and Broken Blade's top lane the whole time, and this is a big problem. Yeah, because Bjergsen being bottom, like Bjergsen can't really do much to the Akali, and it needs to be Broken Blade like actually pressuring along with someone else so they can actually either hit the turret or kill whoever's bottom. If Bjergsen's mid, one thing that's problematic is how top lane goes. I mean, Urgot can be mid, it's not that bad, but I would still prefer Urgot top side. Do you think Bjergsen is a good shot caller? I love him, but I feel like he's a common variable in TSM's macro problem in the last couple of split. I think a lot of time macro problem is dependent on coaching staff. TSM stacking Dragon, this is good. But Broken Blade is still top side. Like, it's so bad for him to be top lane because he's not going to be able to get anything done. Broken Blade needs to be bottom pressuring. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. We finally see Broken Blade going bottom. This is good. This is exactly what TSM needed. They open up the game from bot side, and Aatrox being able to pressure and push. He's versus Victor, like it's such an easy kill. At any time, if anyone's behind Broken Blade, like it's such an easy kill. I'm really curious about Akaadian's pathing here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's see what happened. So Broken Blade is walking bottom, right? And they have good wards. They have a ward here, they have a ward here, they have a ward here. And they shouldn't be scared of Baron, because Kai'Sa has her Trinket plus W. So they can check Baron a lot. Kai'Sa alone can check Baron a lot, along with Smoothie. So they don't need to worry. What I want to see Akaadian do is go with Broken Blade, and then they push bottom and try to kill the Victor. Akaadian instead goes to red buff, which I think is hugely problematic. I'm not sure what he gets out of going to red buff. Okay, you're getting to do Wraith, but does it really matter? You don't need to do Wraith right now, like that's not the crucial part of the game. Akaadian needs to be behind Broken Blade and actually threatening the Victor. But instead we have like Broken Blade coming up here. You're doing this versus a Israel and a Tahm Kench. It's not going to do anything versus a Israel and a Tahm Kench to do this. And also look at this mid turret, like how hard is it for them to get that mid turret? Until someone else goes bot lane with Broken Blade, they're not able to fix this problem. Broken Blade keeps coming mid, but this is not the right way. They don't win the game from going mid. They win the game from pressuring bottom and being able to kill the turret. Yeah, this play is just really bad. They're wasting all of Broken Blade's lead on Huni and not actually getting anything done with it. So Damonte is able to catch out Gragas here. Nice job on his part, but this is a mistake from TSM more so than Clutch winning the game. Like TSM is in a situation where they should be winning and they should be the ones pressuring, but they actually lose mid turret, they lose bot turret, and they're just not doing shit. Like, what does this accomplish? Like Broken Blade being bottom and then roaming mid with his prio, it's not gonna do anything versus the Israel and the Kench. What's really important is they're able to go bottom and get the turret bot and open up the game, but it's actually not happening. So problematic. I mean, you can cut people off in their assistant too, Girl, but the biggest thing is just Broken Blade staying bottom all the way and someone getting behind Broken Blade to allow him to kill Victor with him. Like, Victor's so squishy. Ooh. Okay, we can actually look at this fight. This was a pretty important fight, so let's take a look at it. Yo, what's the speed up hotkey for YouTube? What's the speed up hotkey? I think it was Alt plus something. Alt plus. No, it's not working. Is it Alt? No. Alright. Just play it. Let's just play it out. So Klutz checking into Baron. They actually get a good hook on Piglet, but Thresh is able to eat him out and then save him. Good fight, 4v5. When Kai'Sa went in, Lyra did a really good stopwatch, was able to live, and Damonte cleans up the Kai'Sa. And afterwards, yeah, the fight is pretty over. They need to let go of Bjergsen here. I think they stay way too close. They stay too close. Piglet's able to chase down with Huni, and then this fight's kind of over. Yep, and this is where the game ends for TSM. They're a team fight comp, but now Clutch Gaming split push is going to be too much, and they're also going to get Baron, and the game's pretty much over. They just really needed to send Aatrox bottom with Gragas, or Aatrox bottom with Urgot, or Aatrox bottom with Kai'Sa, Aatrox bottom with someone. But they just kept trying to play around mid side way too much, and it kind of fucked the game. Yeah, Piglet did play this fight really well, but a huge problem was Zben going in here and not being able to get the kill and get finished off right afterwards. Lyra did a really good job with his stopwatch. And also here, they should have just ditched Bjergsen. Them not ditching Bjergsen and everyone kind of lagging behind just got everyone killed. I would imagine average game time is like 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, so it's Zeke's coaching or the execution that made BB go mid instead of bottom. So I think it's something like this. I don't think they play versus a lot of Israel and Victors in Scrim. So they probably coached in a way that was like, okay, before we play for Baron, let's make sure we get first 3 outer turrets. And because they weren't able to get the mid outer turret, TSM didn't know what to do, because in practice they probably were able to get the first 3 outer turrets. So they really focused on getting the mid turret, and they wasted a lot of time there. When you coach, right, you kind of want to keep things simple as possible for the players, because the simpler it is, the easier it is to execute, and the more it stays in people's mind on how to play out the situation. So that's probably how the coaching went. Get 3 outer turrets, and then we pressure for Baron. But sometimes you need to adapt depending on what champions enemy has. So especially when an enemy has champions like Israel and Victor, you need to adapt the situation. When did Gunblade become a thing on Israel? When people started realizing you actually aren't able to get a lot of auto attacks on Israel, and you kind of play as like a poke champion anyway, so people started doing Gunblade Israel. Yep, and the game's now over. This just comes from not knowing how to win the game with the lead they had. And hopefully it's going to be pretty easy to fix. Damn. Alright, let's go check Reddit comments and we'll move on to the next one. I actually love doing Reddit comments as part of the review. It's one of my favorite parts. What's so good about Kai'Sa that she keeps getting picked? She's a good team fighter, and if you play her versus non-Lucian, she can be pretty decent. It's probably a preference thing from Zben. Zben is really hating himself right now. I can feel it. It's okay, my lord. You will bounce back. Let the overreactions begin. Okay, this is a important, pretty cool analysis piece, so let's read it. I don't think that TSM played that badly. They hit a weird point in the game because of the nature of their comp. They just didn't have very reliable engage to translate their lead into something incredibly substantial. Combine this with the fact that Clutch drafted very mobile champs Lee Sin, Akali, and Israel backed up by a Tom, and catches become very difficult. If anyone gets out of position, they have Blink, Stasis, and Tom to save themselves. Clutch were doing a really good job later on, not being in places where they could die, and TSM weren't trying to make very risky plays. On top of that, the TSM comp does not have very strong siege potential. Their auto attackers don't have that much range, and they're versus Victor, which makes siege a difficult option as well. Do they actually talk about the Broken Blade going bottom though? No. This guy talks a lot, but he's not able to recognize them using Herald top lane, and them not shadowing Broken Blade was the main reasons they lost the game. A lot of comments, but yeah, like this doesn't really cover the actual problem. And that was awesome. Some amazing playing for 15 minutes, some terrible playing for the rest of the time. It's just they didn't know what to do. No, they're talking about Zben throwing the fight. That's not the problem. TSM didn't know how to push their lead, and they kept going mid. Not one single problem, or not one single person has said what the actual problem is, which is them not going bottom. Don't put Bjergsen on our god. Don't put Bjergsen on our god. Nope, not the problem. Focusing on Zben error, that's not it. This is not it. Okay, I don't think they were able to figure out the problem.